Seward, Nebraska's 4th of July city. William Hovey Smith, 2015. Now, Seward, as you see, is the 4th of July city of Nebraska, and I was there to do a book signing and also to do a bit of stand-up comedy on the band show immediately preceding the parade. Now, Seward, Nebraska is like many county seats. It has a courthouse. Now, they do have snow up in that part of the world, and here is a little plaque about Seward and its connection with Seward, Alaska. It has some nice buildings, and here is a sign where it sells Studebaker wagons, a Carnegie Library, and the whole town was freshening up, including repainting the courthouse and cleaning the brick streets, all in time for the parade. Now, among other features are the Movie Palace video and adjoining theater, which is Art Deco in style. And here is the band shell where I performed, and a little plaque about it.
Hi, I'm Jeannie with Red Path Gallery and Tasting Room. I'm the owner and the director here, and we have over 20 Nebraska artists. One of our artists featured here is Sue Holmer. She plays drums, and then also we have Jerry Merck that made a special drum for us that's a thunder drum made out of a gourd. So I'll show that to you and play it for you now. That's pretty awesome.
Yes, ma'am. I think that would send my dogs under the bed any day.
I think that is a great way to enjoy the 4th of July in Seward. Come on over to Red Path Gallery.
I, like many, started off my 4th of July at Seward with a breakfast with a VFW, and the ladies, as usual, put out a good feed with pancakes, eggs, and sausage. And here is the tank in front of the renovated armory, and now we fire the anvil to get the day off.
And here in Seward, Nebraska on the 4th of July, they're starting to wake the town up with the traditional firing of the anvil. So the guys are getting this thing ready right now. In a few minutes, we should see and hear some action. And here we go. With
There was also an antique car show where people had put more than a decade of work in restoring their old cars, such as this Ford right here, as well as this hot rod. Now, there were also arts and crafts exhibit, including uniquely these carved stones that are colored with the names of sports teams and others. Now, Dan Vollmer, he breaks up barns and he makes furnishings out of them. There was also a dog show that was judged, as well as pole vaulting for guys and pole vaulting for gals. One of the most exciting things was the fire crew contest, where they were spraying water against a 25-gallon drum in a sort of tug-of-war to push it to the other side. And there was also clogging, as you see here, and most of the cloggers were gals, although there were guys too. And there was eating going on, including the infamous apple pie eating contest.
No, don't use your hands. Don't use your hands. If your glasses fall off, don't eat them. This apple pie was made fresh this morning. The Seward Pie Factory, under the direction of Rick Endicott. We want to thank Rick and his crew for making these apple pies fresh this morning. Do we have a winner yet, Debbie? Keep eating, keep eating. Don't go it, keep going. Make your mother proud. You got a winner? Okay, we got a winner. Okay, Hershey, right? Come on over here, Hershey. Come here. Hershey, who is it? Hershey? We can have a tie. Let's have a tie.
And here is a grand prize pie eater with his trophy. Now, they also had bubble gum blowing, which was an interesting contest. And here we have the winner. And also, he received a trophy, as well as had the pleasure of cleaning himself off with his prize. And I had my book signing. And now here is a bit of recording from my stage show.
I am Hobie Smith, also known as a backyard sportsman. And I am one of these strange and wonderful people who go around and hunt and do interesting things. And what I would like to expose you to today is my adventures with Blunderbuss, the duck-foot pistol, and something about killing alligators down in Georgia that I think you'll find very, very interesting. As a matter of fact, just last night, I promise, I ate alligator right here in Nebraska. Yeah! Buzzard Village down there in Lincoln. Yep, they got good gator. Recommend it. This is brought to you by Sin Incorporated, Synthetic Industrial Non-Nutritives Inc. At Sin, we take the best of agricultural, petroleum, and agricultural waste byproducts, and we make edibles out of them. You want a red, white, and blue turkey for Christmas? We got one. You want a red, white, and blue ham? Yeah, we got one. We take our synthetic material plop and we mold it up, and you can have it any way, any color, anytime you want. And it doesn't need refrigeration. Just slice it and eat it. And guess what? If it has any nutritional value at all, we don't know anything about that one. Now, concerning my adventures with this strange-looking thing that many of you have seen me walking around with. This is young Blunderbuss. What this Blunderbuss is a muzzle-loading gun that was early developed in North Africa. And this strange funnel thing on the end is so when guys were bouncing around on camels trying to load it, they could just take a fistful of powder and throw it down the bore, spit a ball down the barrel, bang, seat it, raise it, and fire. Woo! The same thing was used by coachmen for exactly the same reason. It's short, so they could put this under the buggy seat. And in England, if a highwayman came by, they would have one thunderous blast. And this is what young Blunderbuss was all about. Well, I write about muzzle-loading guns, and I am the corresponding editor for Black Powder for the Gun Digest Annual. And we have many books on muzzleloading, such as this one here, which you may buy around the corner at Chapters. And I've hunted all over the world with a wide variety of muzzleloading guns. So I feel when I get one, I have a real challenge to take this thing out and go and attempt to kill game with it. Well, with Blunderbuss, you can load almost anything down the barrel. Supposedly, they use glass and nails and all this kind of stuff, but that doesn't work very well, actually. So what we did first off is I had a hard time finding one. You don't buy these things every day. But Sportsman's Guide offered a Blunderbuss kit. And I built one and I put it together. Look. Now, what to hunt with it? You notice this thing doesn't have a ramrod? Almost every muzzleloader in the world does. Why does this one have a ramrod? The reason is that this was designed for combat aboard ships. And when people were swinging around you with knives and axes and spears, you didn't have any time to reload. Someone would have stuck you through with a saber or lopped your head off with a cutlass before you could ever get a charge down the barrel. No ramrod. Well, so we took this thing out first for squirrels. And we proceeded to take some squirrels with us. And then we took it to North Carolina after geese. Well, actually not after geese, after something bigger than that, after swan. Now, I don't know if you have ever seen a swan, but you have them, of course, flying over here. Swan are great big huge birds. I mean, you grab them by the neck and they're this tall. I shoot swan in North Carolina where it's quite legal. And it's quite legal that I hunt them with muzzle-loading guns. You may take one a year.
So I decided to take young Blunderbuss here up after its swan. And sure enough, the last day of the hunt, last hour of the day, what do we have? Whoop! 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 Swan. Whoop! 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 Come into my decoys. Now these things look like B-29s. Whoop! Whoop! I mean, these things are huge. So all right, I'd get down in my blind and I'd sweep down lower and lower and lower and lower, and finally once I'm low. When you shoot black powder very commonly, you don't see anything for a while. The smoke is so dense coming out, even something like a swan is not too visible for an instant or two. But when the smoke cleared, swan down in the water. Well, swan are big, powerful birds. They're huge. And I knocked it down, I broke its wing, but I had to have a cartridge gun and pursue it across the water to kill it. But we got our swan. We did it. So, partial success. Partial success. Went to New York State. And on the way to New York State, guess what season was in? Goose season was in. So I decided to take young Blunderbuss after goose. And we had a very similar experience as we did with the swan. Sure enough, we got one close enough and we knocked it down, but we had to finish it with something else. Well, swan was not my quarry in New York State. I was after black bear. So black bear with a 54 caliber round ball and a good load, and this thing carried very, very well, and I used it for a backup gun. Unfortunately, no black bear chose to show up. So we tried. Took it down to Georgia. Coastal islands of Georgia. Interesting hunt and environment like you have never seen in your life. I mean, we got swamps down there, and we got big, huge trees, and we got lots of them, and we got snakes, and we got gators. Yeah. And we also have hundreds of thousands of wild hogs. So I had it loaded with round ball, and I was up my pine tree, ching, 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 ching. The wild hog was right there, 7 yards away. 7 yards away is fine for Blunderbuss. Aimed at that wild hog and pulled the trigger, the charge went off, but absolutely nothing else happened except that hog ran off. What happened? Whoa! Well, it's terrible if you're a guy and you got one ball and you lose it. But it is absolutely devastating if you're a young Blunderbuss and you're out there to kill your first piece of big game and the ball runs out the barrel and you don't have anything to shoot at that hog but a wide. What? Failure. Took it on another island hunt. Deer this time, 7 yards away. And some people say I have a loose screw. And maybe I do. But it's also absolutely terrible if your Blunderbuss has a loose screw and your barrel turns around to be flapping in the breeze. Again, I shot, smoke, flame, fire, and deer went, blah, bam, poof, never touched it. The barrel was so loose that nothing came anywhere near that deer, not even 7 yards. Disappointing. Well, we refinished the gun like you see it today, and we took it back home. We took it deer hunting again on my own ground. And then I was using another muzzleloader. This one happened to be made in New York State, an original gun. Nice big deer came down. Killed it. Well, not killed it, but put a spine shot in it. Knocked it down, walked up to it, 20 yards, put a hole through the deer completely from brisket to the spine. So Blunderbuss got the job done. But it had still not killed anything significant really, really well. But we had turkey season coming up. And I got turkeys. Trying to find them come turkey season is quite another thing. But we got set up after about 15 attempts. Guess what? Turkey comes walking down the road, about 20 yards. Blunderbuss is ready. Oh, I tell you, this thing's ready. And I get up there, and 2 turkeys come by. I don't want to shoot 2 turkeys. I only want to shoot 1 turkey. I have to let the turkeys separate. Fine. Squeeze. Boom! Again, black smoke. This time, dead turkey. Cleanly killed, down on the ground. Woo! Good. It succeeded. So what is about my conclusion with the young Blunderbuss here? My conclusion is, yes, if you have absolutely nothing else, you can kill game with this thing. But if you have almost anything else existing then or now, we will probably do a better job for it. Thank you very much. And goodbye. God bless. And see you next time.
And should you have doubts, yeah, I really do hunt and kill stuff with my blunderbuss. Now, this was about 1/3 of my stage show. Now, I'm going to talk about the mighty duckfoot pistol and alligator hunting and how to start a $1 million or $1 billion business in small town America. And you can see a separate YouTube of the entire performance. Now, doggies got there too, and they ranged in all sizes up to Great Danes. And the parade featured, of course, tractors, old, and tractors new, and other farm implementaria, strange and wondrous. There was marching bands. We had here businesses, including funeral homes, schools, classes were there, individuals, fire engines, of course, as well as Czech queens from various communities around Seward, including in this nice T-bird. And here is indeed from Prague. After the parade and all the excitement and the eatings and goings on, it was time for some of us to settle down for a nap. Now, I'm the author of Backyard Deer Hunting, Extreme Muzzleloading, Crossbow Hunting, Practical Bow Fishing, as well as a new line of business books, including ideas for new businesses on finding ideas for starting your $1 million or $1 billion business. And here's a little blurb about me and this book, as well as the forthcoming titles. Some of these books are available at Chapters bookstores in Seward. Now, they're just a few signed copies. Now, you can get them all from Amazon.com and other outlets. You can go to my website, www.hoviesmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless.